Hey there, folks. That's what happens when you binge on TikTok for 19 hours a day. Today, I'm going to show you guys an interesting control that you could implement from a dribble position. My nickname in high school was dribble position. I'm going to be using these bad boys in this particular episode. These are some bicycle glider back playing cards. Believe it or not, they're actually marked. They got that air cushion finish. Shout out to PenguinMagic Kevin for sending these bad boys out. And here's the move. Some people might like it, some people might hate it. But you know what? I feel like there's a nice little bit of a control in here that makes you feel like finally you're in charge of your life. So what we're going to do, we're going to have the spectator call stop anytime they want. Let's say they happen to call stop over here. And we show them their card. Their card happens to be the 7 of hearts. Now that card is going to be lost somewhere in the middle of the deck, never to be seen ever again by human eyes. As a matter of fact, we show them their top card, we show them the bottom card. Their card is lost somewhere in the middle, my friends. Guess what? Completely a lie, a bluff. Their card is actually on top of the deck. Oh yeah, who would have thunk it, huh? Who would have thunk it? Not me. I'm doing magic tricks, mom. So here's the thing about this control. It's gonna get you the ladies, all right, my friends? It's gonna get you the ladies. Why? Because ladies look at things like this and they go, whoa, dude, you lied to me? That card really wasn't on the middle of the deck. It was now on top. Man, I'm gonna ride that. I'm gonna ride that. And you know what? Honestly, I don't blame them. I don't blame them for wanting to ride it. So here are the mechanics for this particular control. As you can imagine, it's a bluff one. You are lying through your teeth, but the conviction is really what sells this from the other ones. So let's get into the mechanics. First thing you have to do is sign up for the Pigcake Magic Academy. $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week going over card stuff. You got coin stuff. You get access to over 700 videos. Why? Because I also post 2 additional tutorials that I don't post anywhere else. So you get 4 videos every single week for $5. You get access to all the library of content. Rave reviews all around, boys. Get that. Get that. First thing you're going to do is you're going to dribble the cards and have the spectator call stop. But Pigcake, how do you dribble cards? It's just a very simple process, my friends. We're going to hold the cards in this position. Notice the positioning of my thumb. Some people like to dribble from the corners, and I think those are the same type of people that wipe front to back. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the cards in this position with your thumb in the lower left corner. Now you're just simply going to move your thumb up. By moving your thumb up, those cards are just going to cascade. Now eventually you're going to stop letting just cards go, and what's going to happen is you're just going to move your right hand so that it stays relatively parallel to the table. So that's where you want to get a nice dribble going. So what you're going to do is you're going to call stop, or have the spectator call stop. If you want, you're going to explain to them that in a moment you're going to dribble the cards like this, and you're going to have them call stop anywhere they want. Now the reason I would do this to the table here is because it's going to set them up in a little bit for the actual control itself. So you're going to dribble the cards, they're going to call stop anytime they want. Wherever they call stop, you're going to show them the card. In this case, we have the 2 O diamonds. Now what's going to happen here is you're going to come with your hands and you're going to bring them together just for a moment. Then you're going to separate both hands. So technically I brought both packets together. I haven't done anything. If anything, I've maintained a break between them. I'm going to separate both halves here, and I'm going to deposit this half on the table. Now here is where the bluff portion of this action comes in. I'm going to grab these remaining cards. As I say, I'm going to lose your card somewhere in the middle of the deck, sir. Now let's actually follow that with the card being face up. So if the card's face up, let's say that's the card the spectator picked, this is what's happening. So your card's going to get lost somewhere in the middle of the deck, sir. You see that? It flies by. It looks like you're losing that card in the middle of the deck. It reminds me back in the day watching Encyclopedia of Card Slides, and Daryl had a variation of the spread pass. Look at the virginity here, folks. And his cover for the spread pass was doing it out in the open. So what he would do is he would say, hey, look, here's the 10 of spades. Watch this. That card's going to get lost somewhere in the middle of the deck. Just lost like that. And of course, that card's on top because he did the spread pass in front of the spectator. So this has the same sort of beat to it. But what you're doing is essentially lying through your teeth. So let's leave that card face up for the sake of explanation. We got the 5 of spades. We're bringing our hands together. We're then grabbing the same half that we just squared up apparently with the deck, placing it on the table and saying, we're going to lose your card somewhere in the middle of the deck, my friend. Now, if you want, what you could do is you could just dribble up here to pick up 2 cards. So I'm just riffling up to pick up 2 cards. I'm not technically riffling up the whole deck or doing one of these, but I'm just riffling up, feeling 2, and lifting it to show the spectator the card's not on top, the card's not on bottom, and that way you could proceed from there. But really, their card is on top, boys. So at speed, the move just looks like this. Sir, that is your card. Please don't forget it. And as a matter of fact, we'll lose your card somewhere in the middle of the deck. Right there, sir. Your card's actually not on top. Your card's not in the bottom of the deck. Somewhere in the middle, we have your card, sir, and we have a mystery. A mystery that we're about to solve. Or you could get whatever trick you want. And here we have the card on top of the deck. So if you want, you could consider this almost a self-working dribble pass per se. It's less of a control, more of a pass, because you are shifting the cards. Technically, the cards are being shifted. It's just an open shift. It's an open shift. So it's something that you're going to be able to play around with just based on attitude. Now, don't dismiss this just because you think it's not going to work. Try it. Try it and you're going to see that it's an attitude thing. If you pass with that attitude, if you have it and you show the spectator as if that's what you were going to do normally, then they're just going to assume that that's what you would do normally, especially if you set it up beforehand. I'm going to dribble the cards, call stop whenever you want. You've set up that action in advance. There's no way they're going to catch you with this self-working dribble pass, if you want to call it that. Magic's not difficult, my friends. It's not complicated. It's not hard. It's not challenging. We make it harder than it needs to be. If I ever see another magician in the context of an interview mention that they're self-taught ever again and talk about how difficult it was learning sleight of hand magic, I will personally fly to your location and Goldberg spear you through the drywall. But what do you think of that, my friends? I'm sure you like it. Leave it in the comments below, your little opinion as to this particular control, maybe some uses, maybe some variations if you're clever enough. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching. I'm enjoying making these for so long. I think it's almost going to be 4 years in June, I believe. April, May, June. It's a couple months away. April is a fun month. If you guys watch my live streams that I do every week, I have little live streams where I talk about the uploads that I've made in the week, different questions that people have for me based on magic and life and things like that. I was talking about April being a very popular month for shooting out babies. So if you were a baby shot up in this month, congrats. Congrats, my friends. I really don't know where else to go in the end part of this video. Hoping you guys are liking these. I'm about to have a World's Strongest coffee. I haven't had one. Usually when I wake up, I don't like having coffee right off the bat. I like having water. You have water, right? Because water makes your digestive system start working. You've essentially been sleeping for a couple hours, so you want to make sure that your body's kick-started with hydration and not dehydration, like with soda or water. You know, it's interesting, back in the day, I remember when we used to obviously go to school, and sometimes first lunch was at 10:30, sometimes 10:20, and you would feed kids potato chips and Coke and stale pieces of meat and cheeseburgers at 10:20 in the morning. What are we, training them to be drunk frat boys? What kind of shit is that? We used to do that, and that was normal.